In today's lesson, we're going to learn about this really simple effect that you can do in Premiere Pro. So let's get started. This effect is called the vertigo zoom or the dolly zoom. It's quite popular in films, and you have probably seen it on social media too. For this to work, we're going to need clips that have movement. So here I have a compilation of just nature scenes. As you can see, the camera is moving inwards or outwards. That's exactly what we need. Rotations are not exactly what we need here, so we're looking for like a simple position change from back to front. So choose the parts that you want and bring them into Premiere Pro. So once you have both of your clips on your timeline, we're going to begin by grabbing the clip, heading over to Effect Controls, and let me just extend this here. So basically you want to take a look at the movement inside the video and then scale it out the opposite way. So here we're going inwards towards the mountains, but I can just reverse this and use scale keyframes to kind of stretch out the horizon. So right click, reverse, and now it's going to go away from the mountains. Another tip is to fast forward your clip if the movement is really slow. So hit R on your keyboard till you get this tool, the rate stretch tool. Click and drag it towards the other side to speed it up. I'm going to go for like this much. And now the movement is happening a lot faster. All right, let's hit V, get our selection tool, and begin with a scale keyframe. Make a keyframe for 100% at the start of your video, then go all the way to the end and scale this up by, let's say, 150. This depends on your video. If it's a lower quality clip, then you will not really have the option to scale in that much. So I can't really go too far or else it's going to get all blurry. So depending on how much you can zoom in with your video, you would put in your scale number. So now when I play this back, we have that stretch effect. So you want to make your preview panel full screen with the key next to the shift bar on the left. And now I can see this zoom effect. Click that button again and you're back to square one. If at any point you felt like the transition is too fast, you can grab the rate tool again and stretch this out. I'm going to go with 5 seconds, which is half of what we had. Now, there are instances where you have a subject clearly being the focus of the video, such as this one. So over here, we have the drone going towards the boat and then towards the sun. Do the same thing, but this time our scale keyframes need to be the opposite. So at the start, we're going to put in 160. And near the end, we're going to turn it back to 100. So this will give us the zoomed in effect. You can stretch it out for as long as you need to. I'm going to just cut my video here. Now another thing is to keep your subject centered with this effect. So because it stretches it out, you may move your subject to one corner. To avoid that, we can just go to the start again and make position keyframes. So because I'm zoomed in here at 160, I can use my position keyframes and make sure that everything is perfect. Start the stopwatch, go to the end, and just reset this back to what it was, which was 960 by 540. So this way the subject will not wander off to one side when we have this effect. So that's how easily you can do this with your subjects. It's really important that your camera movement is there, or else with a still video you will not get this effect. I'm going to do the same position thing here. since the middle of the path is pushed towards the left. So make a keyframe for whatever the position settings are. Then go to the end. Push this to where it should be. So now we're going to get an effect like this. It gets stretched towards the center of your video. So that's how we can do the vertigo or the dolly zoom effect. It's pretty awesome to do. And now we can move on to another simple transition that we can do inside Premiere Pro.